Little week hiatus from the YouTube channel. It's good to be back, uploading again. Got a beautiful, look at that lovely little bit of sunlight coming in from the old Kushti. Job done. Anyway, today we're back on the ranking videos. Of course, it was only a matter of time, wasn't it, that I milked this series a little bit more. Worst F1 liveries today of 1990 to 1999. Now, I will preface that in terms of the physical aesthetic of these cars in this 10-year period were the best looking cars of all time. Again, I've tried to look past those and judge the livery for what it is. There's some shockers, but not as bad as other periods of time. So let's hear my opinion, what I think. Let me know in the comments below if you think I'm an idiot, if I'm stupid. Put your top 10 worst as well. Would love to hear it. Let's get it cracking. So number 10 is something pretty iconic actually. I didn't realise until I looked into it how iconic this one arguably is. Because it is very distinctive, it's very one of a kind. I'm going with the 1990 Leighton House CG901. Almost got that wrong. And they all look great in the early 90s. But for me, and I like the light blue. The light blue is again distinctive, but the blue and the green just don't flow for me, man. They don't work together. And I mean, basic ain't always bad, don't get me wrong, but when it's got two colours that I don't think deserve a place together on a livery, it's always going to struggle. So that's why the Leighton House is number 10. Now, if we thought the previous car was iconic, this one is legendary. It's from 1995, and it is the car that was being driven, well, not technically driven at the time of the incident, by Taki Inui when he got mullered by that safety car back in 95. Yes, we are talking about the Footwork FA16. Certain renditions I didn't mind, but the fact that I have to say certain renditions tells the whole story. They kept changing it, and it just ended up becoming a bit of a mess. I think they could have implemented that like blue, white, reds. In principle, I think can work really nicely, but the execution on this wasn't my cup of tea. Just a bit messy. It's a shame. Number 8 on this list is a car that basically is ruined by a disgusting colour. It is encapsulated by this horrific colour from 1996. It is the Jordan 196. And my word, that shade of gold makes me feel a little bit queasy. Nothing more to say, man. I mean, the reds kind of works well with it, but I just don't like the gold. Sorry. Number 7, we have a Minardi. 1997 Minardi. M197. It's just looks clunky. The front of this car does not do it any favors. And again, I'm trying to look past the physical aesthetic, but a good livery will get around an ugly physical aesthetic design of a car, right? And this one just doesn't do it. That thick whiteness, thick with 2 C's, just no, not my cup of tea. And then the mild 7 at the top is just no, it has no place on that. Like black and yellow, decent, yes, but execution, not my cup of tea. Sos Minardi / Toro Rosso / AlphaTauri / whatever you want to be. All right, number 6, and we've got a car that I think will ruffle the most feathers because I think a lot of people really like this, but for me, it's a joke. It's a clown car. I'm talking about the 1990 Benetton 190. No. Look, I know I've said in the past, I think it's cool when cars look like toy cars, and this definitely does, but it's way too playpen for me, man. I'm sorry. I don't like it. I just don't like it. You're either going to dig this or not. I'm much more into kind of clean, simple design aesthetic than I am busy craziness, and this does not tick any of my boxes, I'm afraid. All right, top 5 time. And to be fair, the 5 that have preceded this, I don't hate. Now we're getting into the territory of cars that I really don't like. Let's start with a 1990 car. Again, a body shape that I love, but a livery that I don't. It was a car driven by Eric Bernard and Aguri Suzuki. It is the 1990 Lola LC90. Bad implementation of navy, tick. Yellow and green and reds, tick. It's just, no. It doesn't please me in any way, shape or form. And for such a pretty car to be so undersold by a livery is sacrilege to me, man. And that's why it's number 5 on this list. Soz Lola. Am I going to apologise to every company at the end? Yes, probably, maybe. All right, number 4, I'm going to spend a bit more time on because this one is such a shame. It's a crying shame. And that's almost why it's high on this list. It's not a great livery, but it could have been so much better. We're talking about a car that was driven by Jacques Villeneuve and Ricardo Zonta. It's the 1999 BAR 01, the inaugural BAR. Jacques Villeneuve retired from the first 11 races of the season. It always performed well. The car had good pace, but then it would just conk out. Reliability was shocking. So look, this is the famous half and half livery. Okay, we've got best of both worlds. Well, you'd think that, but not quite. So it's thanks to British American Tobacco, who are the same company that bring us a better tomorrow on the side of the current McLaren. British American Racing was a rebranded Tyrrell in '99. They bought the team. They were like, right, we're gonna do some bits with this team, and we're gonna create a stupendous little couple of liveries. Yes, couple of liveries, because it wasn't meant to be the one. The idea was that one car would have Lucky Strike as the title sponsor, and it would be white and red. And then the other car would wear the absolutely iconic 555 blue with the gold, like on the old Subaru WRC legend. Unfortunately, the FIA, as they often do, sport the party, didn't they? They came around and were like, no, actually, you can't have 2 separate liveries for your 2 cars. They have to be the same livery. Hence, the Zipper double. It has to go number 4 on this list because I'm just gutted. It never materialised. All right, number 3, we're going to a car in 1999 that was driven by Ralph Schumacher and Alessandro Zanardi. It's a Williams. It's a Williams FW21. It's the Winfield one that generally catches a lot of stick as being one of the worst Williams because, again, they've had quality liveries over the years, Williams, and this period, this 1999 car was not one of them. You had Rothmans, quality, iconic brands, and then the people in charge were like, well, we've got another tobacco company we want to promote through the guise of Formula One, so bye-bye Rothmans, hello Winfield, which okay, cool, fine, make an iconic livery. It's iconic for all the wrong reasons. You know what I mean? You got the red, you got the orange, you got the white. That can work. That can create something, you know, like a nice sunburn kind of deal going on. And then they just slap that bit of blue on, which I don't know if that's Williams being like, we need Williams blue, or if it's just someone wasn't concentrating. It just ruins what wasn't a great livery anyway, just makes it dead. No, goodbye. I don't want to look at this anymore. Number 2, 1997, a car driven by Jean Alesi and Gerhard Berger. Look, the white and blue Benetton is iconic, but not the 97 one. The B197 was a dead livery. It's just way too busy. There's too much stuff going on. There's that big lump of red. There's Korean Air and FedEx in their own colours. Goodyear. Like, again, it's made worse because it's such a butchery of such a great livery. And now we arrive at number 1. Now, if you want to look up in the dictionary the definition of the word mess, then you'll probably find this in the top line, because the 1995 Jordan, driven by Rubens Barrichello and Eddie Irvine, was an absolute cluster. It is every single sponsor. Bosch, have that. Smack straight on, no thought. Like, it's just, there's colours, there's green, there's blue, there's red, there's yellow, there's white, there's black, there's everything. You could shake a bloody stick out, right? This is, no, it's just a mess. It's just no. And what makes it even more disappointing and upsetting is that it's on such a beautiful vehicle that take all that off, take all that mess off, and it's a lovely little bit of car design. So I'm sorry, you're taking my number 1 spot, the Jordan from 1995. But there we are, that's my 10. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Of course, as always, polls I think have now gone, so I can't give you a poll anymore. Sorry, YouTube decided it'd be a good idea to take that away. I also want to take another opportunity to say thank you to everyone who's supported the channel so far. We're over 50k. Everyone who bought the pins. By the time this has gone out, they should have been dispatched by now. I just got all the labels printed, so it's literally ready to go pretty much now. So yeah, it's been amazing. Thank you all. Like, onwards and upwards with the channel. Loving it, really enjoying this, and F1 is actually starting soon, so I can actually talk about something that's actually relevant and happening rather than clutching at straws for content all the time. That would be nice. But yeah, My name's been Tommo. This is the Tommo F1 YouTube channel. Thank you very much, as ever, again, for watching. Don't forget to drop a like on the video, subscribe if you want to see more. Have a good one. Ta-da.